Hey guys, as part of my homework, I need to underline for Aaron Vashista. I think I pronounced his name right. I'm looking at WhatsApp now. Yes, I believe I have what a momentum burst is. So basically, I'm looking at the NASDAQ, so US stock market, and there's something that he, as well as some of his mentors, have identified, which is something called a ultimately momentum burst. And ultimately, when it comes to momentum bursts, let me talk to you about a simple rule, basically, that he has that I think is quite important. So he stays in the market for 2 to 6 days, or 8 to 40%. It can be depending upon the stock. So if it's a small to mid cap, it can be up to a 40% move. Or if it's a large cap, then it is, as I said, it's up to fundamentally 8 to 20%. So ultimately, if we then look at a momentum burst, what you'll want to do is to analyze stocks coming before it, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So if this stock, for example, is generally good, then but we can see it's coming out of a range, then it might not be in that case it might not be an ideal stock. So I'm just looking at the ultimately rules that we've got here. So yeah, momentum burst setup. So I think that ultimately there's 3 types of fundamentally. Well, I'm talking about fundamentally range expansion at the moment. To be honest with you, am I talking about range expansion? Mark on the chart the range expansion bars, types of momentum burst, and then range expansion. So a range expansion bar would be where you look at the bars before it, and then I think I'm getting a little bit confused, to be honest with you. First leg continuous, always continuous on second leg. So there's anyway. If we look at range expansion, hang fire. Let me just Anyway, so the market will move based upon those moves. And yeah, sorry guys, but I'm still trying to learn and figure this out. So you're part of this journey with me. So it's 2 to 6 days, and then if we look at 2 to 6 days, then we'll look for a pattern of it going up, and then we'll look at a 2 to 6 day period. So a lot of it depends upon momentum bursts, and ultimately there's 3 ways the market can move. If we look at it from there's 3 types of markets basically. There's an upward market, there's a downward market, and there's a sideways market. And then when it comes to what we should look at, the main principle is efficient capital deployment. But then within that, there's the bottom bounce, consolidation breakout, and the continuous breakout. So bottom bounce is when, and it's rare, but here's a good example of a bottom bounce actually. So it went up there. So this is also a good example of a range expansion actually. We've got that one, 1, 2, 3. So we look at the couple of bars before, and then you wait until there's potentially a second bar, and then up you go again. So we want to look for a bit of a pattern here. So if we look at it again, here's a good example. So this is, if we look at the last several bars, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's generally gone. Or if we look from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we've got this one. Okay, so then if we go to there, and let's just see 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So it's kind of sideways, but then there's a bit of a continuous, I don't know if it's a continuous breakout, but there's a consolidation breakout maybe. I'm not really sure, but you can see that if we go from here to, I don't know how to move it in that way. Damn. Anyway, I don't really know how to move it up, to be honest with you. Cross. I don't know how to move it up. So you go from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need to be shown how to use TradingView a little bit, to be honest with you. But yeah, it looks like there's a move up from there to there. Then it goes down again. Okay, so then you can look at there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it goes up again, which is quite cool. So that would be then an example of is it a continuous breakout? It's not really. This looks like we're in a consolidation breakout, like a sideways moving market. There's not much of a change. But then here, if we look at this, then you can see, for example, that one. So you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's generally sideways, but then it goes up twice. So then there I would enter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I would exit there as an example. So yeah, these are some of the things that are important, at least, and I will get more articulate with this moving forward. But yeah, there's the bottom bounce, which is down, 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 and up, which I think this is a bottom bounce, to be honest with you. This one is a bottom bounce. Consolidation breakout is always starts on a second leg, so always starts on a second leg. So consolidation breakout is, I mean, that's sideways and then it goes up, does it? So I'm a bit unclear on consolidation breakout now, but I guess that might be an example of a consolidation breakout. But there must be a second leg. So it's 1, first leg, and then 2, second leg, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that could be it potentially, but feels a bit dodgy. And then that's, yeah, I need to talk about, this is a positive bar. I think there's a momentum bar, and that's is that a doji? I'm not really sure, but there's quite a big downward wick, and it starts to buy from there, which then suggests that it will go up. So that's that part there. Okay, all right. Hope this is helpful, guys. Thank you. And this is my first attempt at explaining some of the insights into Iron Vashista's strategy, but I just need to get more familiar with TradingView.